With a variety of sizes and a consistently high level of quality throughout the lineup, Mazda's been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. We invite you to experience the Mazda difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It's 7:03 on a Wednesday. Look, we have made it halfway into the week, but this time in the week, this is where we're starting to see some of those weather patterns change.
Yeah, we had the good day Monday, the good day Tuesday. It's a good Wednesday morning to get you going, but to your point, yeah, maybe a little rain moving in, and I know everybody eyeball on the weekend, so let's talk to Dr. Steve, see if we can't figure it out. Clouds have shown up. The sun trying a little bit of color over there, huh?
Yeah, one little sliver. Yeah, that's about it. We are going to come back around the weekend because, as you said, I know a lot of focus on that. Let's get you ready for today first, and we are starting out with those mainly overcast skies. Skyline View brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, and a much warmer start than the last couple of mornings. Many of us at or above 60 degrees. Baton Rouge 63, Gonzales right at 60, New Road 61 right now. Our First Alert Radar Network is showing some returns showing up in the local area. Let's bring it in closer to Baton Rouge, and as we dial up our exclusive First Alert radars north of St. Francisville, Chauvin, and down around Franklin, St. Mary Parish, some of those returns, excuse me, that we were seeing from the National Weather Service radars, kind of distant. That's more cloud level moisture. This gives us a better look, showing that we're not seeing much in and around Metro Baton Rouge as of yet. Probably are getting a few raindrops out of this stuff, though, south of I-10 this morning. That is moving off to the east-northeast. Futurecast doing a decent job of showing that stuff down south right now. Continues that wave off to the east. 9 o'clock this morning, showing most of us still dry. Here we are at noon, still showing not much happening with a few showers bubbling up to our southwest. We do think we'll start to get a few of those showers lifting through the area this afternoon. That is 3 o'clock. You see a few more bubbling up through late afternoon, and I wouldn't rule out a rumble or two of thunder this afternoon. That's 6 o'clock. As we get into the evening, we should go mainly dry once the sun goes down. So it's a much warmer start. It'll be warm throughout the day, mid-70s at noon with isolated showers, and then your afternoon rain chances about 40%, highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. 40% on your rain chances today, tomorrow, but up to 70% Friday. Then Saturday, the St. Patty's Day Parade, we've got a 50% rain chance, posting a first alert, just an added heads up with tens of thousands of you hitting the streets. We just want you to stay alert and watch the weather. Right now, I'm not thinking it's a washout. Sunday gets wetter, though, again, rain chance is 70%, and then we should finally see the rains wind down early Monday. So a couple more things. Number one, Friday, can't rule out an isolated strong storm. Right now, north and northwest of Baton Rouge, a 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather. We also could see some locally heavy downpours Friday, a 2 out of 4 slight risk of flooding near north of Baton Rouge. That would primarily be street type flooding. Now, the next 7 days, Weather Prediction Center shows 1 to 3 inches of rain on average. I wouldn't be surprised to see those numbers come back up a bit. So for the parade on Saturday, right now in the morning, I've got rain chances 20 to 30% through mid to late morning. The parade rolls at 10. At noon, we're around 40%. Those chances get a bit higher into the afternoon. It will be a warm day. The parade is rain or shine. Keep that in mind. All right, so we do have rain chances now back in the forecast. The weekend looks to be wettest, although Saturday maybe not as wet as Friday and Sunday. Fingers crossed for that. Rains exit early Monday, and it turns cooler early next week. 7:06 now with a check on your Wednesday morning drive. Here's Johnny.
Couple of things that may affect you. One today across the river in Port Allen, the Intracoastal Overpass Bridge right here will have a northbound left lane closure after 9 o'clock this morning. You can kind of change my background and see that a little bit better. So it's just going toward the Baton Rouge area, toward that on-ramp at the bridge. Left lane will be closed. Makes it a little tricky because the right lane is the lane you get in to get on the bridge in Baton Rouge. So you're going to have to get over to the left and then get back over to the right, or get over to the right and get back over to the left after you're going north on LA1. Second thing I need to tell you about will affect a lot more folks this weekend. It's an I-12 eastbound full closure Friday night at 10 p.m. through Saturday morning, and it's going to be right here, I-12 east at the 1012. So if you're on I-10 East and you want to go to I-12, you're going to be going down to Essen Lane and getting back on the interstate that way. Again, that's going to be from 10 p.m. Friday night through Saturday morning about 5, while they continue some work right there with that College Drive flyover that they've been working on. 7:07 every single morning, we give you an opportunity to catch up on some of the headlines you might have missed during 9 News this morning. We'll do that with Liz and Matt in 60 seconds. Stay with us.
Well, as you join us here at 7:08, got a lot of headlines, including a look ahead to the 2024 elections.
So it looks like it's going to be a rematch. President Joe Biden, former President Donald Trump, they have a week from yesterday, they got 4 more big primaries to go, places like Florida and Arizona and Ohio. But last night, it was a clean sweep for both of them.
Essentially, Donald Trump and Joe Biden clinching their primaries here. So what's it going to look like in the week to come? We're going to continue to follow that. But essentially, as Matt mentioned, it's looking pretty locked up here. So November shaping up to be pretty similar to what we saw just about 4 years ago. So we're going to continue to follow that and let you know. Again, the Democratic and Republican presumptive nominees already kind of set.
Early voting in Louisiana going on right now.
Yes, till Saturday.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
Reminder.
Make sure you have that going on. I want to let you know here that Louisiana State Police have made an arrest now in a deadly hit-and-run crash, the one in Port Allen. We talked about this. We actually sent this push to your phone just yesterday. They've now identified the victim and made an arrest.
Teresa Weems is the woman that was hit and killed there. Now, state police taking over the investigation from the West Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office. They're still trying to figure out when this could have happened. They just know that she was hit kind of off of Laftown Lane there. We're told that they actually know who the driver is. Found out that it was a hit and run incident, but they were actually able to find that driver.
Right. And so now that arrest has been made, is being charged with hit and run involving death. They probably still have pieces and parts of their investigation to move through here, but yeah, the latest from state police, identity confirmed, arrest made. Speaking of state police, they are, let's take you back, right? October of last year along I-55 in South Louisiana. Fog begins to blanket, we were talking about, fog begins to blanket much of South Louisiana. You're looking at what happened along I-55 because of that fog. And apparently, according to troopers, some crazy driving.
Yes, you remember this was a deadly car pileup. Remember all of this kind of starting with that fog, and then as that morning progressed, we saw more of that backup, and eventually an 18-wheeler kind of involved in the process. Well, LSP tells us they've made their first arrest in connection to this deadly I-55 pileup. We're told that a man out of Lafayette, I believe it's Ronald Britt, he was arrested for driving that 18-wheeler too quickly, in fact. That's only the first arrest. We've reached out to them to ask if there will be any more arrests anticipated. They tell us that this is still early on in the investigation, and as Matt mentioned, this is back to October. They're still trying to track down what evidence and what pieces they can to make these subsequent arrests and find out who else could be responsible for this. In terms of a situation like this, is speed a factor? In this 18-wheeler case, it definitely was.
7 people killed, dozens of others injured. That morning was just... Anyway, we'll keep you updated with that first arrest made right there. Speaking of keeping you updated, this conversation that's about to happen at the Metro Council later today, it's going to grab a lot of attention. Could there, would there be, should there be, where will it be a new LSU arena?
Well, the goal is to bring something like that to house LSU athletics, but also to house concert events that could hold 3,500 people or more. But in turn, what would that do to the Raising Cane's River Center? What would that do to the other outlining parks?
Venues.
There's a lot of good and bad to this proposal, right? So the East Baton Baton Rouge Metro Council members set to talk about it and then vote on some kind of measure tonight. We're going to have a reporter at that meeting to let you what comes out of it, or let you know what comes out of that, and to see if they're going to ask for any amendments or any requests made to the proposal. A lot to follow.
How are your, Liz Coe, fine dining skills? Are you able to outclass your competition? I mean, look,
I could use some help.
You can outclass me any day of the week. But apparently, Rotary is having a chat with somebody who knows all about this.
Emily Stitch apparently is the pro. She's going to kind of guide you here to teach you how to outclass the competition. You can see there it's called How to Outclass the Competition. Business entertaining, fine dining skills. It's all happening today at noon over at Drusilla Place Catering. I think, can we do a twofer? Whole family style kind of situation there. That'd be nice.
It would be. If you're interested, there's the timing on that. I want to make sure that you know as well, ExxonMobil, just so you're got the heads up, ExxonMobil Baton Rouge flaring right now. No major issue. Just want to let everybody know in the area that you may see that.
Precautionary warning. They just want to give a heads up and let the community know that's happening. You can also find that story on our webpage where they shared the tweet. Go ahead and share that with your neighbor, especially if they express some concern about that.
Hey, do you vape? Well, a lot of folks do apparently, but there are some products out there that are now going to be illegal once again. They were deemed illegal, but they had to go through the court system. Apparently, that's been resolved.
You remember that we've been talking about that in the last couple of months here, but due to that change, it's going to be kicking into effect, and that's why we're reminding you about that. That's actually going to start this coming up on Monday, the ban on non-FDA approved vape products. You really got to be careful as you read some of those products, but again, the store shelves, they should no longer be there starting Monday due to that ban. Just wanted to give you an early heads up.
Speaking of heads up, Steve was talking about baseball today, and we've got LSU baseball back at the box. The North Dakota State Bison. They won yesterday, but we would be remiss if we did not mention who else won yesterday.
Lady Tigers, 23-0 to start. That's incredible. Beating out second-ranked Texas. A big deal there. Oh, man. Tiger Park was crazy. 700 second graders came out for field trip day, too. Which added to the excitement. They sure did, made for a packed park.
You hit on the highlights. They got 5 in the first.
I
which
mean,
was just
pressure.
Take the pressure off. Put the pressure on Texas off of you.
Hey, now what are you going to do?
Right.
We just crooked number to start.
So proud of the girls, and I would have been proud of no matter what happened with Beth Reed and the girls. They're doing so well.
So much fun.
Boy, 7-4.
It's fun.
Yeah, and then Ole Miss coming to town this weekend. Come on, keep that gravy train rolling. I suppose we'll do that here too. Ooh.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.